A shocked and devastated Diddy spotted at the home where his ex suddenly and mysteriously died.
Puff Daddy is the king
Yeah.
of deception.
Kim know all his deepest secrets. Kim probably told all that shit in her book. You understand? That up and got missing the day she died.
Uptown Records started with 5 people. The only 2 left are Puffy and Al almost died. There's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know.
Uh-oh, looks like Diddy the top dog himself is about to face the music. Karma has finally caught up with him, and all his wicked deeds are coming out into the light. Brace yourself, because the mystery surrounding Kim Porter's death is about to be probed once again. However, Diddy doesn't seem to be the only one caught up in the crosshairs here, as Kimora Lee's name seems to also be on the list of suspects. Something fishy happened when Diddy's baby mama passed away, and folks are convinced there's more to the story than meets the eye. It's been years, and people have been digging into Kim's unsolved case, determined to uncover the truth. Well, guess what? A secret informant spilled the beans, revealing that Kim's case is getting reopened. Diddy, my friend, you better hold on tight, because this is going to be one bumpy ride. Don't worry, though, we've got all the juicy details, so let's dive right in and spill the tea. It seems that Kim Porter's loved ones are on a mission to crack the case of her mysterious demise. Guess who's leading the charge? None other than Kim's BFF, the fabulous fashion designer herself, Kimora Lee. We all remember how heartbroken Kimora looked on that tragic day. She shared a bond with Kim, who was known for her vibrant spirit, so this news hit her hard. Get this. According to the grapevine, Hollywood Life caught sight of Kimora outside her dear friend's house, and boy, were the pictures gut-wrenching. Poor Kimora was in tears, sobbing her heart out as a coroner carried away Kim's lifeless body. There's this one snapshot that captures Kimora, hand over her mouth, desperately trying to hold back the floodgates of emotion. Well, guess who's finally speaking up about her best friend's supposed murder? None other than the fierce Kimora Lee, who's now on a mission to uncover those elusive clues. She's joined forces with Kim Porter's family members, and they're all on the hunt for justice. Can you believe it? This mind-blowing update comes straight from a super close friend of the late Kim Porter.
So the chatter around Columbus is that Kim's family is seeking legal advice and is unequivocally in pursuit to slap Diddy with a lawsuit for wrongful.
However, a lot of people seem to be of the opinion that Kimora's whole display was nothing more than a facade, and that she definitely had more than a little to do with Kim's untimely demise. And looking at the sequence of events that happened both before and after Kim's passing, it seems there might be some truth to it. And considering the fact that Kim's family literally just reopened the case, Kimora might actually be in some real trouble. It also doesn't exactly help that fans believe that there is a 100% possibility that Kimora Lee knows some sinister things. Nobody believes Kim Porter just up and mysteriously died. What I'll never forget was that Kimora Lee Simmons was on the scene when this happened. She was kind of a bystander in the background camera. She looked like she'd been crying, but more importantly, she looked very frightened. I said to myself, she knows something. According to the theory that's currently making waves on the internet, people seem to believe that Kimora being best friends with Kim Porter means she must have inside knowledge on what happened to Kim. What subtly makes this existing theory she had more probable is the fact that Kim's death came with so many discrepancies. That's right, you see, the majority of people believe that Kim's death was misdiagnosed. Well, as you might remember, Kim's death diagnosis was itself a big ordeal. The first coroner's report stated that toxins were found in her body and the cause of death couldn't be determined. But the first coroner mysteriously fell off the map, and the successive coroner reported the cause of death as lobar pneumonia. The Fink of the entertainment industry, Jaguar Wright, has said it best.
Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her.
Just dropped a major hint suggesting that there might be some poisonous business going on. Yep, she subtly implied that certain toxins could cause symptoms resembling pneumonia. And guess who might be tied to this whole case? None other than the notorious Diddy himself.
They have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms.
But wait, it gets even creepier. Brace yourselves for the most disturbing twist yet. The first coroner who dared to go public with his findings about Kim Porter's death ended up dead. I kid you not. Tuffy News TV was the bearer of this shocking news. Talk about a chilling turn of events.
I've been told that he was the head of the snake into the investigation of the passing of Kim Porter. And not only that, y'all, he was the one who initially found something problematic.
But hold your breath because there's more. Tuffy, our fearless investigator, managed to dig up another bone-chilling revelation through his insider sources. You won't believe it, but Tuffy received an email from one of his trusty followers, shedding light on a jaw-dropping detail. It turns out that Kim Porter was desperately trying to reach out to her own doctor, but alas, she couldn't get through. And that, my friends, led her to make the biggest mistake of her life. Sources stated that after waiting in vain for the doctor to get back to her, she shared her dilemma with the father of her daughters, who referred her to another doctor of his choice. And as you all know, they did not save her. Kim Porter had an inkling of the brewing storm, and she reportedly sent a group text to all her close pals with the haunting words, "He got me." But guess what? The phone containing that crucial message was snatched away by Diddy's security team when he arrived at Kim's house after her tragic passing. And that's not all, my friends. There's another reason why people strongly believe that Diddy might be responsible for Kim Porter's untimely demise. Brace yourselves for this heartbreaking tale. You see, Diddy had a notorious history of being a serial cheater. Rumor has it that he betrayed Kim with none other than her best friend at the time, the one and only Sarah Chapman. To make matters worse, Sarah ended up getting pregnant around the same time as Kim, shattering her into a million pieces. This immense emotional trauma took a visible toll on Kim's health. But here's where it gets even more infuriating. Diddy, in his audacity, shamelessly paraded his mistress like a prized possession in front of the public eye. Can you believe it? He showered his mistress with extravagant gifts day and night, rubbing salt in Kim's wounds and making her life even more miserable. Another interesting aspect is, it turns out that the doctor who supposedly treated Kim Porter in her final days denied having any contact with her. Now that's a load of baloney. Let's be real here, folks. When someone with financial security feels unwell, they wouldn't think twice about reaching out for medical help. The rumor mill is buzzing with speculation that Kim couldn't get through to the doctor because someone else got to him before she had the chance. Now you must be itching to know why Diddy would relentlessly target Kim, right? Well, prepare yourself for a bombshell. Remember that tell-all book Kim was working on? The one that mysteriously vanished after her passing? It seems that this book held the key to the whole puzzle. According to the speculations of Gene Deal, the book's disappearance was the primary motive behind Kim's unfortunate demise. Why, you ask? Because it's believed that Diddy's deepest secrets were about to be spilled onto those pages. And the fans are right beside Gene on that one. Kim Porter had videos, texts, phone recordings, witness testimony, etc. of Diddy being gay. She was in the middle of writing a tell-all book before her passing. Diddy was terrified on a daily basis because he was losing control over Kim and he knew she had all of his tea. But the thing is, Diddy still has too much influence in the industry. An inconspicuous informant told that Diddy has successfully stopped Kim's book from seeing the light of day. According to them, he slammed the parties with lawsuits because they included information regarding his backhanded dealings. Despite all these setbacks, the fans are utterly overjoyed at Kim Porter's family for their efforts to bring justice to Kim Porter. I'm so happy to hear her family believe how Kim died. I feel God sent help to them, and those girls will need them when the real truth comes out, just as sure as their father's sexual orientation is coming out. I believe Kim's book had all the truth in it, and her life was cut short to keep her from telling it. Then these new cars for her daughters are like buying their love, but when they find out the truth of their mom's death, those cars won't mean a thing to them, and they will want to get far away from him, and he knows they will have his days numbered up there in Hollywood. Kim Porter's ex-boyfriend and the father of her eldest son, the one and only Al. Be Sure recently shared a now-deleted post that left us all in awe. According to him, Kim was on the run from something before her untimely passing. He even encouraged her to reach out to the FBI for assistance. In this deleted post, Al Be Sure unveiled a message that Kim had sent him saying, life imitating art, art imitating life, and now everything seems to fall into place. She had confided in him about other things too, painting a picture of a woman in distress. That's when Al B. sure urged her to make that crucial call to the FBI. Last summer, the 53-year-old producer publicly raised doubts about the cause and manner of Kim Porter's death. In a video that has since been deleted, he shockingly claimed that she was not a victim of natural circumstances, but was in fact murdered. Just found this footage from the morning I learned of A-Lady KP's aka Kim Porter's murder and how it ripped the soul from my physical body. I had no clue, but I do know very clearly that Kimberly didn't just check out all of a sudden over pneumonia, he insisted. That's some bull, really? This is where I get in trouble. We just celebrated our son Quincy's new deal and Christmas special with at Netflix, and she was in fantastic health as well, laughing seeing me and Diddy's mutual exchange at the theater. I'm going to leave it here. As you could hear yourself, it seems that Al B. Sure's bold claims caught the attention of Diddy's loyal entourage, who wasted no time in silencing him. Rumor has it that they allegedly pressured Al to delete his posts, effectively burying his explosive revelations. It's clear that someone didn't want those truths to see the light of day, but you heard it for yourself, folks. Those were some seriously daring statements Al B. Sure made. You are a great mama. Between us, we have 8 kids who are all cousins. We are and will always be a family. I will look after yours, and you will look after and guide us all. What a beautiful, loving, sassy soul to have lost. We love you forever. May God bless your journey. We will never stop crying for you. Hash Kim Porter, hash forever my lady, hash rip, hash black excellence. But amidst all this chaos, let's not forget the heartfelt tribute from another dear friend of Kim, the one and only Kimora. She took to Instagram to honor her long-lost companion, expressing her love and admiration. In her emotional post, she highlighted their bond as mothers. That's it for today, folks. Until next time, goodbye.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the things being alleged in this video, are they entirely possible? That, in my opinion, you know what I mean? In my personal opinion, a lot of the things being alleged in this video are entirely possible. And we've seen a lot of connections. We've seen a lot of parallels, okay, with these type of situations where we've seen how Diddy has dealt with other artists on his label, the Bad Boy record label, okay? So we kind of have an idea of how Diddy will deal with people in certain personal dealings. And usually, so far from what we've seen, it hasn't been pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, if you realize, you know, how he's done those artists, how he's done all those people. Sorry, that was something in the background that fell. But if you realize how he's done all those artists and done all of those people. Oh, also, I haven't been wearing a shirt in my videos because it's really hot in my house. Okay? It's really hot in my house, and I'm not going to be sweating on this video. Like, you know what I mean? Sweating my brains out, trying to get a video out. Like, no, I'm not about to suffer here on camera. That's what's not going to happen. Okay, so you're just going to have to deal with it. Yeah. All right. And, but what I was saying is that there's been a lot of parallels with these types of things. You can see how Diddy treats other people who are supposed to be very close to his business and to his personal success, and in a lot of situations who are just supposed to be also people who consider themselves to be his friends. You know what I mean? A lot of people have came out and exposed their dealings with Diddy and how those situations have went, and a lot of those people do not paint him in a good light. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, a lot of those people, they paint him in a negative manner, you know, such as 50 Cent saying that Diddy tried to take him out shopping. YK Osiris talked about rumors between him and Diddy. Usher talked about he would never send his kid to the flavor camp. Okay, he said he would never leave his kid alone around Diddy. I mean, you guys, these are not good things that are being levied upon Diddy, right? So you got to understand, the people who have already sold their soul, the people who have already taken the oath, the people who have already entered through the Faustian bargain and traded their soul for something of supreme or spiritual importance, such as morals, personal values, and the soul, okay? And they've done it for worldly or material benefits, such as knowledge, power, or riches. These people who have entered through the Faustian bargain have already came out and put themselves on Front Street and put their situation with Diddy and them on Front Street, and they have levied very negative, how do I say this? They've levied very negative statements upon him, and very negative allegations. That's what I'll say. They've levied very negative allegations upon him, right? And yeah. And so we know what's going on. You know what I mean? Does any of this surprise me personally? No. You know what I mean? This is not surprising to me. It is crazy that the case is reopening, because I would never think they would try to do something that would end up possibly incriminating Diddy. You know what I mean? Because he's a billionaire. You know what I mean? That type of influence is monumental. Do you understand? Like, money makes the world go around. So it's like $1 billion is like nothing to scoff at. You know what I mean? So I didn't expect anything to ever really happen to him. And even now, I question this. I have to question it, because it's like, how are y'all going to enforce this against a billionaire? You know what I mean? How are y'all going to do this? Now, there are people, obviously, in higher positions of power than Diddy who can regulate and put him in his place. But that's if he gets those people upset. And I don't think what happened with Kim Porter is getting those people upset. Do you know what I mean? I feel like there's other things he could do to get those people upset. What Kanye is doing is more likely to get those people upset. Do you understand? Than what Diddy hasn't really done anything. He's pretty much just followed the script and listened to all of his higher ups and all of his superiors. So I don't see anything. It would be hard for me to see any real litigation or any real, I mean, anything really being put up upon him. You know what I mean? Other than just, other celebrities who've also sold their soul levying those negative allegations upon him. But besides that, I really don't see any real legal consequence happening to him, even now, even if the case does reopen, just because what judge is going to convict Diddy? Bro, if you're a judge and Diddy's on your thing, you're going to convict him, bro? He could literally pay you like 100 million. And then you never have to be a judge again. Like, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Being a judge sucks. Like, you have to judge people's lives and you have to send people away to jail for life. Who wants to do that? You know what I mean? So if Diddy comes around, he can offer you $100 million and you don't got to do that no more. So you're not gonna do it. You know what I mean? So you already know how that works. So there's no way you could send him to jail, really. Like, I don't believe that. You know what I mean? I don't believe that. Even when they say that those people are in jail, I believe it be fake a lot of times. Like, there's no way you can put a billionaire in jail, bro. Like, you cannot. You know what I mean? No. He has too much power. Unless he does what Jeffrey did and gets the really wrong people upset, then, there can possibly be some type of consequences that will be pressed upon them. But otherwise, I don't see it really taking place. You know what I mean? So, in my opinion, it's just not likely. But in my opinion, what is likely is the allegations that are being, presented in this video. I do believe these are likely to be true. I do believe that. Do I believe he will be arrested and tried for this? Not so much, man. Not so much. I mean, it would have to be something very specific to come out, right? So, I mean, that's all there really is to it. If you enjoyed the video, like the video. Link to Patreon's in the description. Excuse me. Snow's right here. Be easy, y'all.